Sean Cooper's dad did a great job doing a lot of videotaping with us this year, and I wonder who's going to man the camera when he comes up here to pick up his certificate. So Gary Cooper, come on up here. He's not here tonight. He made every single football game this year. In fact, when I was growing up, he made every single football game that I played in as well. That's my dad. He had another commitment tonight. He may try and sneak in here a little bit later. Everybody, I didn't get them actually finished, but I got 30 of them burnt. But everybody's going to receive a disc with 450 pictures on it that my dad took throughout the year. So he loves coming out and seeing you guys play football, and he's so proud. He likes to think of it, a lot as his team, and he does a great job. He took the picture on the certificates, of course, and that's my dad, Marston Gritty. He takes all the pictures for the team. Okay, first of all, our water boy, tea boy, coffee boy, Zachary Haas. Zach's getting the first 2004 Viking football shirt. Hold it up to everybody. It's great! Gentleman up here behind me. We went up to Neepawa this year to play football, and it was quite a joke because Mike, with his big inferiority complex at times, made quite a comment about I never send the coaches' names up to the other teams to put on the program. So once again, I didn't, send it up to Neepawa. So the Neepawa coach, of course, just really knows who I am. So he put coaches of the Vincent Massey Vikings, Kevin Grindy. I was the only coach to actually make the program, and boy, I heard about it. That's just, I heard a lot of this. But I just want to start by saying, What a wonderful year it was for Vincent Massey football this year. It's quite an accomplishment to win this league. As you all know, it's getting more and more competitive every year, and the teams are getting better and better, and it takes a real top-notch team to compete and to do well and to eventually win it as we did. As most of you know me, have been through the program, know that although the on-field accomplishments are important, it's far more important that we do it the Viking way. And I think this year, once again, we did do it the Viking way. What does that mean? It basically means pride, effort, teamwork, perseverance, commitment, and character. And that's kind of our tagline that we've kind of adopted over the last few years. And without a doubt, this team, once again this year, did each and every one of those. And that is something that you guys can be most proud of. After our first loss in Dauphin, it was a heartbreaking loss, and I know as coaches we were kind of set aback by it, and as players we were too. It would have been very easy for our team to just become a mediocre team, to just accept our fate, so to speak, as an opening loss, and just continue to do that throughout the year. And as we all know, that wasn't the case. I think after that loss in Dauphin, we truly became a team in every sense of the word. We showed resiliency, we showed commitment, we showed effort, we showed everything that makes a great team great. Football is only a game, and that is something that I will tell kids, that it is only one small part of what makes up you as a human being. And high school football is a very fleeting time in your life. It is a time that is going to be joyous with your friends and your teammates, remembrance of the games and the good times. But it is the thing that this football game is going to offer you that is going to stick with you for the rest of your life, that us as coaches hope that you take out of this year. All of the things that we talked about: hard work, effort, commitment, perseverance, teamwork, and character. Above all else, character. Those are the things that we hope will go with you forever, throughout your lives, and take with it. I want you to always remember the good times. I want you to remember the bus rides and the good victories and the singing and the dancing and all those things, but I want you to remember forever those intrinsic core values that you've learned and that you'll have for the rest of your life, because those are what's going to be there. We use quite a few taglines throughout our year to kind of, get ready for a football game. One of the things we talk about the most is what's the most important play in football, and that's the next play. And that could really be applied to life, your next moment in life. your next opportunity, your next challenge, your next obstacle, your next success, or what is the most important thing. Keep always looking forward, keep always looking positive. So although I say that as far as a football standpoint, that can be applied as well. Football is fun. Make sure your life, you're going to have fun. You're going to have good times and fun times. And the one thing I love about watching that video is the sheer joy on those players' faces when they make a great play, or they're together, or they're with one another. So make sure you have fun. We talk about always doing something remarkable. Go out there and do something today that was remarkable. And it is my wish that every young football player that comes through our program does something remarkable in the 4 years with the Vikings, but even more importantly, you do something remarkable after football with your lives. You do something special, you give back to people, you have a kind heart for people, and you do something great. Okay, so do something remarkable. It's not the size of the fight, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, but it's the size of the fight in the dog. That was a really big message for us this year. If you look at our O-line, I think averaging about $150. If we were wearing shoulder pads. But that's kind of never give up attitude, no matter what happens, and never what thrown at you in life. With sheer effort, sheer determination, you can do it. And that's something you guys learned this year in football. Effort. Effort is everything. You guys go through life with the same zest that you go through out on that football field. You commit yourself and you give 100% in everything that you do, you absolutely will be successful. So I've seen it done on the football field. You'll do it in your lives. And then lastly, these are in no particular order. Respect your teammates, your opponents, and most importantly, yourself. Make sure that you have a deep love for who you are and what you do, and know in your hearts that you'll be able to do anything in the world if you put your mind to it. That was clearly evident this year just from a football perspective. But in 10, 15, 20 years, I want to be coming to football banquets just like this, with you as a head coach, or doctors, or lawyers, or teachers, or plumbers, or welders, or whatever you want. So make sure that you do that. So I know everybody in this room can do those 5 things because we've applied them on the football field this year. So make sure that you uphold those characteristics. You will always be a Viking for life. And no matter what happens to you, you will always have those characteristics and those intrinsic values that you hopefully got from our program, which, by the way, is the focus of your program. So to the players, thank you very much for a wonderful year. And we're going to get the ball rolling with the introduction of the players. It is very important. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm introduce the coaches now. I got a little nudge over here. First of all, just kidding. To my immediate left, the far left there, is a great friend of mine. Grew up together playing football, share the love of football. We used to play dream football. We didn't even have a football. We throw the football and I tackle Mike, and he'd throw the football, I'd run away from him.
Watch me run by.
I truly believe the toughest job in any football team is the offensive coordinator. They've got so many more variables to handle than anybody else, and it makes it especially tough when you only have 2 returning players off the year before, and Mike did a spectacular job running that offense, and no one could have done a better job, and we're really fortunate to have Mike Steves. We put Coach Drager through a rigorous interview at the start of the year. Is that not right, Coach Cameron?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Just to see if he was a man of character. He is a man of character. He did a great job with our D-line. He's a silent leader who's going to have a wonderful career in front of him coaching. Unfortunately, we're probably just going to have him for this year as he's potential to move back to be the head coach of his team in Winnipeg. But a great job, and a real pleasure to have Derek Drager. Next to Derek is Sean. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about Sean because we're going to spend some time after the PowerPoint talking a bit about Sean. But we all know Sean's commitment and dedication to the program is unparalleled, and it's unfortunate for our program, but great for him and his family that he's going to have a new opportunity out west. And we'll talk a little bit about that more after. But Sean Cooper. That everybody kind of gets their due here tonight, so bear with. Sean Gauthier, who is new to the program this year too, really knows football, came from some solid football background, coached at some really elite places in the city, has a wealth of knowledge, and once again, he's a guy of character, and he wishes he could have been a bit more with us, but his job takes him away from that a little bit, but next year we're hoping to give him an even bigger role. We're really happy to have Sean Gauthier here today. Got a guy that does everything. Sean Cameron, you ask him to do whatever you need to take care of the team, he'll do it. He did a great job with the O-line. He helped me this year, and he learned a lot, and he's a super guy, and we're really happy to have him. Sean Cameron. This guy is a super, you never know that he's just a young kid, basically. He's 24, 25 or something, but he handles himself so well. He knows his football. He's got a great rapport with the kids. He's got a great sense of humor. And he was such a good sport when he severely damaged his ankle on that terrible gopher infested field, which is pretty much cleared up now. And he's retained a lawyer, I do believe. But he's a super guy, and the kids really think a lot. He brings a lot to the program. He's kind of like Mike's spotter during the game, and kind of sets up and sees what the defense is, how the defense is playing your offense. Sees the game very well. Ken Fisher. Not last this year, second last. Coach Jones, another guy does everything, works basically with 30 kids by himself a lot of the times, putting together the offense, the defense of junior varsity, the special teams of junior varsity. He's always there putting the equipment out and putting it away and getting the things ready for the game. I don't have to worry when he's around. He's a super guy, great coach, and the kids love him. Coach Jones. Last but certainly not least, a young man who graduated in our program in 2001 has done a great job of coaching. It's hard to be a coach when you're similar ages to a lot of the kids, but he knows what a Viking football player is. He knows what a Viking football player should do. He's been there. He's bled in the same uniforms that you guys have done, and he's a great guy. He's going to university, and he's in the reserves, and he keeps busy. He still finds time to help out with us, and that's Steve Rogowski.